Uh, please tell me you can hear me emoting now. Okay. I was in a role. I was so proud of myself, and I'm so sorry that you couldn't hear me. I didn't realize that my headphones were still connected, but I just disconnected them, so hopefully you can hear me now. Please let me know if you can hear me. I'm watching the comments. There we go, Brenda. Thank you so much for letting me know. So what I was saying just a moment ago, hi, I'm Abby. Let me see if I can redo this because I wanted to take a moment to touch on the obvious. Like I wanted to speak directly to the point of this mass chaos that we're in, this mass flux, this high energy, this pain and this hurt that a lot of us are going through. And I want to do so much, but I feel like at this exact second, I feel privileged and thankful and grateful that I can spend my precious time here with you to look into anything that you're interested in, to look into the topics that mean most to you. That to me, at least at this second, that's my way of, I know I can do something right now. I know I can do more. And I look forward to learning how I can do more. I have a wonderful activist wife who will always remind me of how much more I can do. Who's my partner in amazing crime. Hey. Yes. But as of right now, I am glad and grateful and giddy to spend this time being an oddball, being laughy, high animated, saying too much and then being crass as hell at the same time. You know, that's where I do well at. So I'm glad to be able to spend this time with you. And thank you so much for coming to hang out with us, to hang out with me. And I look forward to digging into your questions today. But, you know, I got the spiel. I want to make sure I touch on all my high points before we hop on. I feel like I can't thank you guys enough. Like all 16 of y'all that just showed up just recently. Thank you. Thank you. I saw Sandrine. Thank you, honeys. Oh my goodness. Anywho, so to let you know, if you don't know already, today is June 3rd. Sometimes these videos are seen later, and I want to make sure that everyone is aware as to what the date is. So I'm pulling questions or talking about questions that are occurring today. So I'll be reading for you all for about the next hour. Usually it's an hour and some change. So if you're finding me after this recording, it's totally okay to go ahead and throw your questions in. I just may not actually get to answer them. So the format for today, if you haven't seen the spiel and seen the song and dance as of yet, what we do is that I read for about 30 minutes. We take about a 4-minute break so that I can re-explain for you how to get in touch, how to reach out, and maybe there's some new news or something that I share with you. And then we hop back in to read for about another 10 minutes, and then we do what I call our flash readings. And those are super quick one-card readings that get a mass collection of you done or like in before we are done for the evening. So we try to keep it at about an hour and 5, hour and 10, depending on how the evening goes. So I want to make sure you get all your times in, you know. The goal is for 6 cards. Depending on how they land, I may go a little bit more. I may go a little bit less. Sometimes 3 is perfect, and that's all we need. The way that I read is I use the cards, but I also use my intuition. I listen to the things that I'm feeling. I'm listening to the memories that show up. I'm also realizing sometimes smells happen, which is an odd one for me. So if you see me, just go with it. No worries, just go with it. But also, I know you just saw my wife, but please go ahead and comment in there, say hello to her. She is the person that's going to be moderating for us and also selecting the questions for us today. She picks based on variety, so we're not doing a first come first serve kind of thing. We're going on variety of topics, so she just keeps it different, keeps it keeps it Jesus, I had a word, keeps it fresh, keeps it innovative, keeps it new. There's all the words that I was looking for. So she is the one that is going to be working with you face to face. I worked for fingertip to fingertip, I guess is a better word for it. Yeah, in the chat. She's working on the chat. I'm working here directly on camera, so I get to stay focused and read for your question in particular. I love your feedback. I love your comments. Please feel free to comment how these readings land for you, if they resonate, if they don't. I love to know those things so that it kind of shows me where I'm landing overall. To ask a question, the game plan is just to throw your question into the comments of this post. I do ask that you ask one specific question per posting. You can ask all of your different questions. That's fine. Just one question per comment. And if there's more than one question in a comment, I'm going to split up the question and read that element of it. And I may not get back to the other portion. So one question, a comment's perfect. Specifics matter for me. I feel like I do better work when you have a question and I can help deliver an answer. I'm not very keen on doing the generals when we're working this quickly, but that's something that I'm working on. I'm going to have a process for y'all soon, I promise. Melissa's over here like, you should have something for that. I'm like, I know. Will you do me the honor of sharing this video, this live stream with either like a family, friends, the lady at work that you think might get a kick out of my shirt today, you know, whatever might work. But also, oh, I forgot to mention what the few things that we won't touch on. I try to stay out of COVID-related issues, just because I feel like that is best suited for a doctor. So if you're asking if you have it, if they get it, will they recover if they had it? I don't feel comfortable answering those kind of questions. I'm also going to make a point to stay away from like the ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend kind of questions. That doesn't really help the situation. So if I run into a question that I don't feel comfortable answering because I don't feel like it's my place or my responsibility, I will let you know, and then we'll pull again. But yes, is there anything that I missed?
No.
No?
One question at a time. Let's do it.
Yeah, I think I got my one question at a time. Ooh, I have new cards and new oils and new things today. I'm like buzzing with newness. I'm super excited. So I'm going to be mixing between 3 different sets today. Actually, let me get rid of this little screen thingy. 3 different sets. I have my standard Rider-Waite that we all know, see, and love. You know, that's that crosshatch one that we've seen forever and throw all over my desk. I also have my brand new, this one's been a new to me Light Seers Tarot. This is the indie deck that I've been hunting down for eons, so I finally got a hold of it. Oh, you have no idea how much I've been wanting this. Okay, anyway. And I also have a new Kickstarter 2nd edition Brady Tarot. So if you've ever seen these guys, and they have gold, matte gold on the sides. So I'm a little like in love with my cards this week. But anywho, I get to share them with you. I get to play and sling cards and have fun. So I'm gonna start shuffling, and here in a minute, Melissa is gonna be pulling our first questions. I'm gonna start off with my Light Seers. But yeah, I want one more smellies. What's one more smellies that I can give myself? Ooh, let's see. In addition to essential oils, I love like sprays as well. And this one is Queen of Wands by a woman that I met at the Northwest Tarot Symposium. What was it? Not October, but March. In March. I was so lucky to be able to go because it was right before COVID like officially kicked in. It was like there was whisperings everywhere. Everyone's a little bit neurotic. You will buy a home soon? Oh, will I buy a home soon? Okay, I am Brenda. Will you buy a home soon? Oh, goodness. Welcome back. Melissa says you've been here before. It's good to see you. Brenda, will you buy a home soon? A couple cards hopped out for you, but I want to aim for 6. And the first 3 will probably give me the scope that I'm looking for, and then see if there's any details. So let me get kind of chimed in there for you. Will you buy a home soon? Let's see if you'll buy a home within this year, because I know we got about 6 months left in the year. Let's see if you'll buy a home this year. Will you buy a home this year? 1, oops. Ugh. That's the hazards of new cards. Sometimes they don't want to cooperate. 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6. Okay, let me show you what I have, and then we'll hop right on into your read, my dear. So my first card for you is the 5 of Pentacles. I also have the 4 of Pentacles, and I'm kind of impressed and interested in the fact that I have 5, 4, and the 3 of Pentacles. You also got a 6 here, so it's like you're making my life interesting with all these pentacles. So this is not surprising in a way because this is a big ass financial purchase. The other couple cards that I have for you is Death and Rebirth along with the Hangman. To answer the question directly in relation to this year, because that's the parameter that I put onto it, it almost doesn't seem like it's going to happen this year. I feel like there's going to be an issue with either the money landing right or maybe the loan or the contracts acting right. There's issues, there's resistance, there's what is this? So she is holding on to her purse, she's holding on to her bag, so there's not the flowing of funds for this to land the way you want it to as of right now. And I feel like that is actually going to end up like deeply disappointing you. So in advance, maybe like being continuing the process of saving, of looking, of whatever it is that you're doing in regards to buying a home. Don't stop doing it, but kind of work from the vantage point of being okay if it doesn't happen in advance or doesn't happen the way you want it to in advance, at least right away, because that'll like at least kind of soothe any beginnings of hurt feelings or hurt nerves or all that kind of stuff. Because it's like the Hangman is the last card in that pool for you, and the Hangman is all about like ultimate surrender, of letting go, of not efforting too hard against something. So this is going with the flow. This is not rolling uphill. You know, this is relaxing a little bit about whatever it is that's causing you distress or making you all questioning. So in advance, go ahead and figure out ways that you can relax, just in case this doesn't happen the way in which you would hope. So to answer the question directly, it doesn't look like at least within this year. So let's aim for next year. Next year, honey. But thank you so much for that question. And I'm going to keep trying to separate. There we go. Those two that wanted to hop out for me. Cool. Ivory. Will I go to cosmetology school this year? Ooh, I love cosmetology. So I was a nail tech for years, like lots and lots of years back in my previous younger years. And I always wanted to be a cosmetologist. I thought like the skill set would be so fun to learn, but I liked doing nails more. That was my bag. Can you tell I like doing nails? My nails are always done in some way, shape, or form. Like right now I have a broken pinky, but don't tell anybody. Don't tell anyone. And I also have like a birch. Look at this. I killed myself on a bag of soup. Scratched the crap out of my hand. Yeah, it's Melissa's job to open the soup now. Will you go to cosmetology this year? Huh? Uber Eats, man. Telling you, they have been giving us comfort soups for days. Love it. Okay, sorry. I'm shuffling entirely too much. All right, will you go to cosmetology school this year? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you want to? Because if you want to, then I don't see why you couldn't. I feel like there's going to be an issue with the financial end of it, though, like getting the financial aid together or double. It's not even that it's not available to you. It's like maybe your awareness of certain, maybe it's grants or certain processes or Pell Grants or student loans or something like that. But there's an element of it that if you have more awareness of what's available to you, you'll be more likely and more inclined to actually be able to go. Let me actually show you the cards. So I have the King of Pentacles along with the 5 of Swords. So to me, this card is like that whole desire of wanting to change your life or change your existence, and then figuring out every way possible in which to get it done. So the Justice card to me is kind of like she's balancing these scales of sometimes it's legal, sometimes it's options, sometimes it's just choices, balancing your choices and the things that you want to do or want to get done. The 10 of Swords along with the 5 of Cups. And then that was the King of Cups. There we go. Hun Bunch, King of Cups. So it's like, as of right now, if you do nothing, it doesn't look like you may be going. So I would encourage you, I would love for you to put a little more boots on the ground if possible regarding you actually going. If that is what you want to do this year, you want to go to cosmetology school, like get your feet on the ground and do the grunt work of finding out the financial end of it, finding out whatever other resources that you're needing, if it's the books, if it's the supplies, if it's the whatevers, if it's the arrangements, if it's the things. Figure out a way to get it done, hun. Because if you do nothing, it's going to be more of whatever you got going on right now. So I would love for you to boots on the ground. That's the point of it. So see what you can get done. And if you have any if you have any, need any help? Yeah, there you go. Figuring out another way in which to get something done. I'm great on ideas. I'm totally good on the ideas. So totally let me know or reach out via my messenger. You're like, you know what? I need this thing. How can I go find it? Ooh, got an idea. I'm really good for that. All right, my dear. Corinne, is my grandmother's spirit following me? Ooh, I hope that's in the good way. Like, because for me, if my grandmother's spirit is following me, I would love that. Like, I hope she is. I hope she's hanging out with me and being over my shoulder. So I hope that you're like, that's a good thing for you. And if it's not, then, talk to grandma and let her know. It's like, no, I need you to back up. Let's see if she's hanging out with you. I'm going to switch cards, actually. Let's see if grandma's hanging around. Oh, grandma. I should totally show you a picture of my grandmother on my desk when she was holding me when I was little. And then another picture of her when she was like 14, 15. She was so young and looked just like me, except white. Because she's my grandmother. Okay, is your grandmother hanging around? I know. As my wife is like, is your grandmother hanging around? 2, 3, 4. I might have to get cards that don't stick together so much when we're working quickly. All right, my dear. So I have the father of arrows. I have the daughter of roots. I know I'm using totally different language than what you're normally used to. I also have the 10 of, what are these? These are also roots. My first impression, my first thought is that she's totally around, if that is what you, more of like, she's around because she is. And then 2, she can be a little bit more tactile, if that is something that you're interested in. So that is something that's available to you. The 10 of Cups in this card, along with the Father of Roots, to me, it's like you got more than just grandma. That's like ancestors that you got going on here. And you got some, ooh, I love that this is, this card is 7 of arrows. Oh no, excuse me, feathers. So there's like this strong family background, this strong family culture and history that's available to you. So if you do any ancestral work, honey, I would tap on these, especially the ladies. The ladies in your bloodstream. You got a collection of ancestors here that I would love to say hello to if I could. So talk to them if you want to. Well, excuse me. Let me not assume that that's your bag. Let me suggest that these wonderful souls are available to you if you should ever need. I'm going to switch out my cards because I want something that's a little bit more slidey so that we can work quickly. But thank you so much for your question, Corinne. All right, I'm going to switch over to my Everyday Witch Tarot because that's kind of a fun little bright bag of cards. I'm going to shuffle these up for us. Oh, you love my hair? Thank you. It was hydrated just recently. It doesn't always happen as often as it needs to. But thank you so much for the compliment. Well, Robin wants to know, will I find my dream job? Will you find your dream job? Let's see. That is what I want to hear. You hear all that shuffling, that just like, that fanning of cards? Yes. Now I know. Well, I love my wonderfully spirited, higher end, luxury cards. Can't use them. Well, I can use them, but not like on display. Like when time is of the essence, darling. These other ones just may have to sit over there. Oh, that when does high end get sidelined? Yes, that needs to happen. All right. Will you find your dream job? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can. The cards that I have for you, I have the Justice. I have Justice card along with Death and the King of Wands. So to me, this is like you redefining what it is that is your dream job. Like put it on paper, put it in words, get super clear, very clear, black and white if at all possible, and then actually do the process of going after it because it's available to you. I mean, you have, it's like, it's within reach. Like if you look at this, like if we pretend this is you, and then this is like your job, and then this is like the universe, it's within reach. You can get it. But it takes new thought. It takes a new thought process. It takes a new adventure, but it's something that's totally available to you. And then look at all them sunflowers, man. Happy all over the place. So if it is something that is available to you, so you might just need a little bit more strategy and game planning for you to actually hunt it down and get it and live that life of whatever your dream job is. So if you are not already very clear as to what your dream job is and where to get it and where to go find it, that would be the first thing. Get super clear in it, hun, and then you'll be able to start kind of hunting that dream job down. But yeah, I don't see why you couldn't. Thank you so much for that question. Hi, Felix. I'm so glad that you came here again. My girlfriend and I are meant to be together. Lately, we just argue. Aw, I'm sorry that y'all are arguing. Let's see what's going on there. Let's see. Oops. You know, it's okay to argue. I mean, I'm sorry that you're arguing because I know it's no fun. It's stressful and it's dramatic. But, you know, considering the circumstances, how can you not argue a little bit? Like, you're in pressure cookerville. So it's like, it's to be understood that there's going to be tension. There's going to be contention. There's going to be conflicts. It's kind of just seems like the bag of works at the moment. Let's see. What do we need to know about this? Last shuffle. What do we need to know about this relationship? There we go. See, don't you love how better that shuffled? 3, 4, 5. Funny thing is, a couple of cards here are the same for you two. I have the 8 of Swords, along with the Death card, and then the Page of Swords. So this whole relationship is forcing you to do things differently. And when you're doing things differently, it's uncomfortable. The way you've done things before, does it worked then? It's not going to work now. That's part of what the conflict is. So my first thought for you, hun, is making sure that we are aware of, do we want to be right or do we want to be happy? So sometimes those conflicts that you get into, is it really necessary to bicker about it? And I know that sometimes this is just your side of it. We're not even talking about the other partner here, but at least on your side, do arguments need to happen? Like, can you remove yourself from the situation? Can you separate yourself from the situation? Can you get some downtime and maybe actually see something from another perspective on both sides? Is that something that both of y'all could do? The other card is the Justice card. So that's where I'm leaning into somebody wants to be right. And that's not always necessary, but there's a lot of emotions going on there. So that's the Queen of Cups. So you guys definitely love each other. You care for each other. And then there's the King of Swords again. Again, to me, this is about someone being in charge, somebody wanting to be right. And then when there's conflict to that or a challenge to that, that adds to the oil and water aspect of it. So it's like a shift in perspective is going to be necessary if you guys want to massage this out and not just let it implode or explode. Either in or out. So let's explode outward. Inwards is abscesses and grossness. So don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So it's not even so much, hun, about you being meant to be together. Like, you're meant to do this situation right now. So figure out how to make this work. Figure out how you're going to continue this decision. Decide if you want this person in your life for the next foreseeable future or not. If you do, then work on this. If you don't, then, make her go back to her house. I don't know. Because I know that you just mentioned that y'all two had moved in together. So that was where that comment came from. So you guys will figure it out. You can figure this out. It's a tense environment these days, but you can figure this out. I trust that. All right, my dears. Oh, yes. Will you share the love? Will you share this video yet again with your family, your friends, on a different group that you think would get a kick out of my hair or my new calls? The new calls. Thank you so much for that. Let me shuffle up. There we go. I still think it sounds like Snuffleupagus, though. Like, anyway, you met a guy, Victoria. Should you pursue it? Ooh. Let's see. What is in your best interest? Should we pursue this person? Ooh, I hope this person's single. I hope they're single. And if you don't know, we need to make sure we find out. Make sure. Just please make sure. It just makes life so much easier if you quickly find out what their relationship statuses are, and that you are certain, and not just like, oh, it's complicated. It's never worth it if it's complicated. You can be complicated over there. You can be complicated alone. Like, let's just not do that. All right, let's see if we should pursue it. Let's see. Should we pursue? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, hun bunch. A couple of cards that I have for you. Let me show you what I got. So I have the Knight of Swords. I have the 9 of Swords. And then I have the 8 of Cups. So my first inclination... hold on, let's see what else we got. So I have the Knight of Wands in addition to... Jesus, did we get it? Yeah, we did, huh? We have 2 knights and 2 nines. Cool. So we have the 9 of Wands here. And then we end on the King of Cups. Hun bunch, this thing seems like it's gonna be stressful, and I feel like there's so that whole like philosophy, like Mr. Right Now, or kind of thing, like not forever but good enough for now. Like, I would say go in with it with a light heart and don't like invest all your P's and Q's. Like don't like hop in and, you know, plan out your wedding tomorrow. Like let's not do that. Like let's keep a light heart with it as of right now, because you never know, this could totally change. Probably circumstances or what have you. This could shift around a bit, but right now it just seems like a lot of conflict cards and a lot of walking away from it cards. So I'm inclined to kind of be like, I mean, you could, but you'll probably be walking away from it after a while. So have fun with it. Maybe, yeah, have fun with it, but just don't invest too much in it. Does that make sense? Like keep it light. Keep it fun. Girl, keep it flirty. But thank you so much for that. And then definitely protect that heart. Yay. Let me keep shuffling. Cassie, should I let this friendship develop into more? Ooh, we got relationship days. I like it. I like it. All right. Should we let this friendship develop into more? Should we let the friendship develop into more? I'm usually a fan of boundaries, but I understand how sometimes, you know, friendship is like the beginnings of something more, right? Especially in our land. Well, not our land, but like lesbo land. Like, yes, like friendship is what? Foreplay for lesbians. For us lesbian folk. Just another word for foreplay. So let's see. Oh, goodness. All right, should we let this friendship develop into more? There we go, last shuffle. That was perfect. Should we let it develop into more? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're gonna giggle at me. Okay. I am so excited to see this. So 1, I have the 2 of Cups. Relationships. I also have the 4 of Wands. Ooh, that looks like a party. 3 is the Ace of Pentacles. So that's the start of something new. Start of something like a new project, new adventure, new something. There is the 8 of Swords. I'm not too bent out of shape about that because we also have Temperance. And then we end on the Sun card yet again, darling. So, yeah, letting this develop into more. I don't see why not. This relationship is probably going to actually is going to challenge aspects of yourself, and it's going to help you grow a little bit, help you become more of who you want to be, who you're going to get out of this, how do I describe this in a way that's not like asinine? I have so many terrible words when it comes to my cards sometimes. The 8 of Swords often is, when it's depicted as a person, it's that person who sometimes has this woe is me kind of mentality on occasion. Sometimes it's this person who forgets that life is in their own hands. They can make their own decisions. They have the choice on if they're going to stay bound or leave, if they're going to move their arms to cut their own bindings and walk away. Like they sometimes forget that they're masters of their own universe is the way I put it. So I feel like this person actually may kind of, remind you. It kind of builds those connections. Oh, I do have control and charge of it. But I am awesome. I'm a badass with the Sun card. So I totally think that you two will have a grand old time if you do go ahead and let this thing kind of develop into whatever it's going to be naturally, of course, naturally. But yeah, it looks like fun. So go ahead, my dear. Tony, should I move out of, how would we pronounce that?
Macon, Georgia?
Macon, Georgia? She says Georgia.
Anyway.
Okay. Should we move out of this place to expand my chef business? I hope so. I'm all for expansion, growth, like whatever it takes to do that. So let's see. Tony, should we move out to expand your chef business? Okay. Let's see. One last shuffle. Should we move out to expand the business? There we go. Should we move out to expand? I'm going to get it. Expand the business. There we go. Forgive my face. Should we move out to expand the business? Okay, let me show you the cards that I have, my dear. So I have the Straight card along with Judgment and the King of Pentacles. I feel like you doing this is going to be a big deal, like a big thing for you. That's going to be like one of those like life pivotal big moments for you. So I would lean into that. I would lean into that. I'd get very clear on maybe like develop your game plan a little bit more. Just make sure you have as much of it planned out as you responsibly can. Ace of Pentacles is new starts, new adventures, new projects, new businesses, even new business ventures. So I'm yes, yeah. Knight of Cups, you know, like he's on the adventure, and I'm sorry. Look at this kitty. I am just like, okay, just had to get that high pitched squeal out. But yeah. I totally think you should. I totally think you should. I think it'd be in your best interest. I think you'd have fun with it. It'd be a challenge. You're going to be fine at doing it. Just make sure you have your details worked out. And if you any business plans or any contracts, that kind of thing, like the black and whites of it, the paperwork, the signing of contract stuff, like make sure your P's and Q's are crossed and your I's and T's are dotted and what have you. Make sure that's good. But other than that, seems like fine. Thank you. So sorry, food just got delivered. That's for after reading. Thank you. Oh, yay, we got soup, honey. Yeah. All right. Oh, is it that time? Oh, my goodness. So how to get a reading with me, I have to start my timer because, God forbid, I speak a little too often, too much, and then go over time. Wow. So I'm going to set my timer for 4 minutes. Ta-da! Yes. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that you all 62 of you sweet souls that are here, knows how to get in touch with me and knows what kind of services that I provide and how to get them. So first of all, I offer 3 types of service, and that pinky's broken. I offer 3 types of services. I offer them by video, Zoom, and I also offer, there you go, readings by email and by chat. So right now, video readings, there we go, are conducted by Zoom so that we can record them and I can send them to you after the read. They run in either 30-minute or 60-minute increments. And if you feel the need, we can totally add in 15 more minutes if need be on either one. In addition to the video readings, they are conducted kind of on your time, it's both of our time. It's more of like you lead the questions, I deliver the answers. So it's led by you, facilitated by me, and we do a kind of conversation. It's friendly, it's upgoing, it's outgoing, it's upbeat. There we go. Those are the words I'm aiming for. In addition to that reading style, I also have the chat reading. So sometimes, we don't have the availability to sit via cam. Totally understood. We can do this by chat. These are also run in 30 or 60-minute increments. Same thing, we can add on 15 minutes if need be. And it's the same process. You have the questions, I throw cards, I share the images, I deliver the readings by tapping as furiously as my fingers can carry me, even with the nails. I can do it with the nails. Mm-hmm. Lastly, the third type of reading that I offer at this moment is also emailed readings. And right now, for me, my emailed readings are kind of my favorites because they're facilitated by me. What I do is I listen to your question that is delivered to me through the form, because when you go through the website and you select your reading, there pops up a form that asks for your question. So when you've typed in your question, I get the notification that here's your question, here's the reading type that you selected. It allows me the opportunity to kind of go internal for myself. It gives me the opportunity to get my headphones in to kind of isolate and talk to your guides, talk to your ancestors, feel my own ancestors, feel my own energies, tap in, tunes in, turns the volumes all the way up, whatever I need to do to get the answers that you're looking for, to get the information that you need. And not just what you need on the surface, but some of the additional needs to knows, like the additional, you may have this one question, but there's 5 other answers that are going to give you a little bit more to that I may not have come up with while we're doing it by video. So all the reading types, I feel like they have their wonderful purpose. Emails right now are kind of my favorite, I'm just saying. But also what we're doing right now is I am still participating or still allowing for just one question, emailed readings. And so those for me are really fast readings that I do within 6 to 12 hours. What you do, it's just a $12 reading, and it's just one question. So when you put in the question, I get the email notification that this question has come in, and I answer it in reply directly in that email. So the difference between this and the other emailed reading, oh, your email reading was spot on. Thank you. You're going to make me blush. Okay. The difference between the 2 readings is that the emailed ones that are not the one question are graphic designed in a PDF document that's between 10 to maybe 18 pages, depending on how long the reading is. So in that PDF that is attached, and also a link is provided so you can download it if need be. This is emailed to you directly so that you can have this for your own, print it off, put it in a booklet, give it to your sister, whatever it is that you want to do, or keep it for yourself, refer back to it at a later time. The the just one question emailed reading is typed right in there, right as a reply, as though I'm your bestie, giving you some wisdom, showing you pictures of the cards that were pulled for you. And it's just that one question. So it's a wonderful way to get to know me, to see my writing style, to get, maybe it's just a little question that you have, just gets that little nuance done. And there's my 4-minute minder. Perfect. Alrighty. So yes, please feel free to schedule if you're interested. If you just have questions or want to know what type of reading would be best for you, let me know. I'll totally answer those questions all day. All right, let me grab my cards again. We're going to hop right back into reading for you all. And then afterwards, we'll go into flash. And I won't lift up my shirt, I promise. I won't pull my pants down because I can't get that high up anyway.
Thank you.
You're like, no one's seeing that ass. Mine. My wife is territorial. All right. Will my O's surgery be successful? Ooh. OHS? OHS. OHS O's. O's. I like that better. We'll just say O's. Will my O's surgery? Sorry, I'm foolish, y'all. Okay. Will it be successful? Let's see. Let's see what the cards will say for us, even though I don't know what O's surgery is. Watch it be something so like the carpal tunnel surgery, silly. Oh, my bad. Anyway. Da-da-da-da-da. Will it be successful? 1, 2, 3. Huh? Open. Are you having open heart surgery? Is that what she said?
I don't know. I'm Googling it.
Oh, okay. Melissa is the power of the Google. 3, 4, 5. Okay, hun bunch. So let me show you what I have for you. Open heart surgery. Oh my God. Okay. So I have the 2 of Pentacles. That's the card I'm looking for. I'm also got the 2 of Cups. 6 of Pentacles. I love these cards for you in relation to any surgery. So I'm enjoying how this is feeling. In addition, I have the Ace of Cups. To me, that almost looks like she drank the potion. And then this one's interesting. She went to sleep. So, but I think ultimately we end on the Lover's card. Successful, it feels like it. It feels like it. It feels like it's going to end well. It's going to go well. It actually seems like without a hitch. Like, no, nothing to report here. Like, kind of like alarmingly great. You ever have those moments? It's like, oh, that went off without a hitch. Any hitch? Everything's fine, darling. So as of right now, it looks like everything is glorious for you. So I wouldn't even worry. Just rest with it and enjoy the medicine. I bet the medicine is gonna be good. You're gonna go night-night and sleep for a really good time. I went under general anesthesia the one time when I had my son. That was the best sleep I ever had in my life. I think I ever will have in my life. So enjoy it. Enjoy it. All right, my dear. I think you'll be just fine. But thank you for your question. Understandably, that I probably would pull cards on that too if that was for me. Alrighty, dearie. I'm gonna shuffle. My cards. Melissa's scanning. Ooh, Latoya. Yeah. Will I get hired? Where I applied? Let's see. Ooh, I used to do so many of these readings for myself. Actually, that's kind of how I cut my teeth on tarot, was when I was mass job hunting. Oh, it was mass job hunting. And it was always like it wasn't even after, it was while I was sending out applications. I wanted to know who was going to be reaching out, when were they going to be reaching out, would I get the offer, would I get an interview, like all those questions. Oh, I did so many of those questions for myself. Okay. Will we get hired at this place where we applied? Will we get hired? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, dear. So this first part I have for you is the 3 of Swords, along with the Knight of Swords. And there you go, the Queen of Pentacles. So let me go ahead and hop forward here a little bit. I have the Magician for us. And I love that the Sun card has shown up for us. And then lastly, we have the Ace of Swords. So I feel like in the beginning, like when you've applied for this role, or like the beginnings of this, I feel like there's going to be something that's going to disappoint you about it. Or like there's this beginning thing that's like, well, that was dumb. And that's probably going to make you think like, like maybe it's the interview. Like you guys have the interview and you're like, well, that was stupid. I bummed that one, or whatever it is that happens. But I feel like there's something that's going to happen with it, or going to happen through it, that is going to end up being a success for you. So I don't have the whole blueprints laid out for you on exactly how it's going to happen, but I feel like you got a little bit of magic going, so that's awesome with that magician. That's a life lesson for you. So that being a major arcana for you, it's like it can't help but be successful, hun. So when you have the magician along with the sun card, that's an awesome ball of wax for you. Ends on the Ace of Swords. Yeah, it's all of this is probably going to spark something new and adventurous for you. And I cannot wait to hear. I cannot wait to hear what it's going to be for you. So I think it may not look the way in which you would expect, but I feel like there's still something here. If it's hired, possibly, but it feels like hired with a caveat. And I feel like maybe that's the part that annoys the hell out of you. But I think ultimately it's going to end up the way you need it. The way you need it. Maybe not necessarily the way you want it, but the way you need it. So I think you'll be just fine. Thank you so much for that question, my dear. Nothing. You would. You would. It is your birthday. Nothing specific for me. Just general birthday reading. Okay. You're going to make me practice, huh? Okay, so the reason I'm getting all fussy is because normally I don't have a designated process for just general readings in this format. Of course, I do them in my emails. Of course, I do them on my videos. You know, it's whatevers. But in this format, I don't have a designated process, babe. But she loves to challenge me, and I like to be challenged. So even though I'm fussing, she knows me. She knows me. And it's your birthday. Like, come on now. Okay, so 2 seconds. I'm shuffling. Let's see. I kind of want my nose to stop itching, for one. And then 2, I want to grab something for reference. Ooh, where is it? Do I remember where it is? No, I don't. Okay. No, it's coming back to mind, so I need to grab something else. Okay, hold on. I have a teensy-weensy little spread that I use all the time for myself. Where'd it go? It's like Celtic Cross-ish. It'll be Cross Light. 3, come on. Where are you, my dear? Ah, my cross. That's what I called it. Because I redesigned it because I'm not a big fan on the Celtic Cross as it is. So I made my own that's similar in style and layout, but different questions entirely. It's like a recipe. I got it in my recipe book. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to do the first 6 of this. So the questions that I'm looking at is your current situation for your birthday. What makes your situation the way it is? The third card is why, because I sometimes want to know, why is this happening the way it is? What do we need to do most about it, or what do we need to do right now? Who and what can help? And then what will happen next? So that's what we're aiming for with this card, with this series that my wife decided that she's just gonna pull for me because she likes to challenge me like I like to be challenged. And it's your birthday. Okay. All right, my dear Tanya. All right, what does Tanya need to know? Happy birthday, Tanya. Okay. Last one. All right, sweet pea. Let's see what's up. First card. There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, hun bunch, your current situation. So more of this will kind of reveal itself as we go. So I'm just going to read as we go, see what happens. So the first card that comes up for you, your current situation. So whatever's going on for you first is about work. So to me, this is the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles talks about work projects, working things, partnerships, the things that you do kind of on repeat that literally could be your employment or the thing that you want to do as your project. However, with it crossing being the Death card, I feel like that's a big ass state of flux. So I wouldn't be surprised if like how your self-identity in relation to your work is at the moment is being challenged and being changed. Like, I wonder if you're actually, well, look at the environments we're in. I wonder if you're probably subject to this whole, a mass group of people are unemployed at the moment because of COVID related stuff. Luckily, it's in the process of kind of like starting to do its phasing back opens, but we got to see how it goes. So the why is the 7 of Wands. So this 7 of Wands is about feeling attacked or feeling the need to be defensive about something. So I wouldn't be, I I guess, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if in your situation, especially if this is a work related thing, where it's like this whole environment, this whole experience has been something that you felt the need to defend yourself with. The four of no, this is the two of swords, excuse me. What do you need to do most right now? I would be very, there you go, be very clear about the goals, the expectations, the wants, the desires that you have out of your job or your work life or your work environment. Because moving forward, who and what can help? The Queen of Wands is very much like an over the top energy. She is a super confident energy. So if we think about this energy for yourself, what can help you make through this chaotic work situation? A larger than life personality. I am thinking of myself as big as I want to be, even if I may not actually be. I am pretending to be bigger than life because it makes me feel better and it puts me in a better place so that this transition, this chaos period that you're in, actually goes well for you. Because what's going to end up happening next, and I kind of like this for you, is the Fool card, where this is where you like, I have no clue what's going to happen next. That's the great thing about it. There's an adventure. There's another step. There's another who knows what's on this side of the card. But I love that her face is just like, all right, here we go. And she's off to the races. She's off to whatever it is that she's going to do, but she's doing it fearlessly. So whatever it is that is going on with your work situation, or maybe even your monetary pockets, whatever's going on there, ultimately, I feel like you're going to be always just fine. And carrying that larger than life attitude, I think will actually make you kind of glow in the process. So you can, and that glowing sometimes also attracts new opportunities, new abilities, new processes, new connections, new friends, new all of the above. So I think your birthday year, it's going to be interesting for you, my dear. It's going to be fun, babe. Thank you so much for having me do a short stop general read for you, my dear. All right, so now we are going to hop into flash readings. So just to tell you again what those are super quick, one card tarot readings for your questions. So your questions are going to go into the comments. Melissa's going to pull up one question for me. I am going to pull one card and read as fast as I can. It's going to be like soundbite readings as quickly as possible so that I can get more in and get as many of you taken care of as I can. So this is fun for me because I feel like I get better when we go faster. So yeah, totally type in your questions. Let me know what they are. We're going to start ASAP. All right, Jasmine, if I leave my 9 to 5 and follow my passion, will I regret it? Let's just leave it there. Will you regret it? Ooh! All right, what's the card? Oh, 10 of Pentacles. You're not going to regret that, hun. That's probably going to give you the ability to take care of your family, household, your nest. It's going to give you the ability to take care of your nest a little bit better than probably you were able to prior. So I don't think you're going to regret it. It's going to be a challenge, but you're not going to regret it. That's going to be awesome for you. So yeah, thank you so much for that. Will I have an in-depth, in-person conversation with my friend before he gets married? Understood. Let's see. Let's pull one card. Will you get that conversation that you're needing before he gets married? Will you need that get that conversation before they get married? Let's see. There we go. What's this one? Okay, hun. Oops. Okay, so the reason that I'm hesitant is because I really want you to be clear about what and why you're saying anything. When we have the 10 of Wands, that's burdens, that's baggage, that's ideas, that's carrying way more than what we actually need to. The reason that I'm hesitant is that I want you to understand, if you say what it is that you want to say to your person, does that add to the friendship? Does that add to your connection? Or is that going to be some baggage? Is that going to be like a truth-seeking moment and like, dude, I'm getting married kind of thing? So if you're having like I appreciate you as my bestie, I hope we have a grand old time, let's stay friends, let's remain our boundaries and continue our connection, great. Yes, you'll probably have that opportunity to do so. Is it in your best interest? So long as it's not like one of those things, I've always loved you, please don't get married. Don't do that. That's not going to be beneficial for anybody at this time, and only puts a ton of baggage onto someone in a time in which they do not need it. Okay? So that's why I had like sirens going off for you, my dear. So Crossing my fingers, all right? So, Amelia, will my makeup artist career be successful? Girl, come do my makeup. Make me glorious, darling. You should do my eyebrows because eyebrows and me don't get along. Mine have like vacated the premises. You should see it most days. No, I love makeup. I love the creativity in it, but I have a love-hate relationship with it. That's just what it is. All right, will your makeup career be successful? The whole point was soundbite readings, Abby. I know, right? All right, will it be successful? Yes. Okay, so the reason that I'm aiming into yes, this is the 5 of Swords. I feel like you're going to struggle against other people who are going to look at your career choices and not know what the hell you're thinking. Ignore them. Do you ultimately? First and foremost, full stop, you will make a way for yourself regardless of what happens. So if your mom, your sister, your friends or whoever are like, you don't make money in makeup, honey, like ignore that. Just do you, honey. Like this woman is super confident in the shuffling, in the juggling of her swords. She may be impaling herself. We don't know, but she's also handling these things confidently. It's these other people who are nervous and scared and neurotic. They are not your problem. So you will be just fine, my dear. You will be just fine.
She said she would do your makeup, but she's in.
Oh, you're in. Oh my gosh. I love that you're in Africa. I want to go visit. Well, when I go, I will find you and you're going to do my face. There we go. All right. Does Zeb Ron hate me? Should I change majors? 2 different questions. We're going to do they hate you? Let's just go in there. Let's go in there. I hope Zeb and Ron are the same person. And if not, that's okay. Do they, let's just pack them together. Do they hate you? I hope not. What'd you do? No. No one said that you did anything. Do they hate you? What is this? Okay, so the 8 of Cups. I wouldn't say it's hate. I would say it's ignore. They're like, they disapprove. So they've done that number. So I wouldn't say hate, hon. To me, that's like, there's a lot that has to happen to get to the point of hatred. Like, this is more of just like, I disapprove of said events that occurred to even get to the point of asking this question. So I see disapproval. I don't see hate. So yeah. Thank you for your question. Thank you. All right, let me shuffle. I'm talking to this guy. Ooh, would it be a serious relationship? Aww. Look at you already planning things. Let's see what shows up for us, hon. Let's see what shows up for us. All right. Will this get serious? Ooh, look at serious. Let's see what this is. Okay, Knight of Wands. I feel like it has the potential to get serious. Yeah, well, actually, that's just, it's kind of like it has the potential full stop. That's where I'm aiming with it. I'm not reading too far past that. So yeah, it does have the potential to get serious if that is basically the game plan that the 2 of y'all have. Ooh, I wonder what y'all got planned. But yeah. So to answer that question directly, what to expect in this new relationship? Ooh, 1 card for that one, huh? Let's do it. What do we get to expect? 1, I'm expecting disconnected cards, so that's for me. That doesn't have anything to do with you. What can we expect in this relationship? What can we expect? I heard once you expect your expectations, or like whatever you can expect to receive your expectations. Does that make sense? So it's like whatever you expect out of your relationship is exactly what you're going to get out of it, kind of thing. I don't know if any of that made any sense, but I just had that memory. So what do we expect out of this relationship? Ooh, I like this. So the Strength card is usually the opportunity, or gives you the chance, and it gives you the experience of you being stronger, in which stronger than you thought you were. Make sense? Because the whole point of this card isn't so much that you are strong and then you don't get to test it. It's like something in the relationship will help you become tempers you. It makes you stronger. It's like it's challenging, but it makes you grow, kind of thing. Ta-da! Soundbite reading. Thank you so much for that. No, I think it's going to be a good challenge for you, is what you can expect out of that. Not a bad challenge, but like a good challenge. So there we go. Thank you, Gabrielle. All right. Will my money problems be solved? Ooh, I hope. I hope. We don't like money problems. Really struggling with money right now. I'm sorry, sweetie. No bueno. Will your money problems get solved? Ooh, one card. Will they get solved? Let's see. What's here? Okay, so this card has layers to it to me, especially in relation to your question. Will it get resolved? Yes, in a way. And the reason that I say in a way is that it has a little bit more to do with you than probably what is on the surface. So it's like there's more nuances here than like one card really gives me in relation to your question, but it feels like it may be the opportunity to get very clear about your finances, to get very like making other choices, making decisions about what's going on with your life financially. Like if you can spell it out on paper and you have your needs and they're not being served, the conversation's got to be had about what can be done to start taking care of these issues now. Not next weekend, not hoping that they'll get better, but like now. But can it? It can. It just, I feels like it needs more activity. It needs more literal hands-on work to solve the problem that's going on there for you. Aw, I totally want to give more to that. But we got one card. But thank you so much for your question. You went on a job interview today. Ooh, Lisa, hi. She's from my Tarot Nerds, and she's also, I think you're also in my learning group, right? I think so. You've been following me all over the place, sweet pea. All right. Will you, ooh, there you go. Glass shuffle. Okay. Oops. Will you get the job? My cards are not cooperating. All right. We're going to do this old school. Here we go. Will you get the job that you just went on an interview for? Here we go. Will you get that job? What's this card? Oh, that's annoying. So the Eight of Swords doesn't lead me into thinking that this particular role is going to be like a stellar win. I want you to get the jobs that you apply for, but I know that we can't get all the jobs that we apply for. So I'm feeling like this is going to be one of those where it's going to, at least on the surface, be like, not right now, or not this job in particular. And it just very well may be there's something else in the pipeline on its way to you, and this one doesn't serve you in the way in which you need it. So I don't think this one, hun, but I wouldn't be surprised if there is one coming for you. See? Christina, well, Ivan and I have a baby boy, or twin boys this year. I generally don't. I don't know, hun. You want to just pull a card and see what happens? Okay, so my caveat to this reading, I'm going to let you know this now. I am not a doctor. I am also not a pregnancy test. I hope you're already pregnant and you already know it's a boy. Oh, let's just see what shows up. Let's just have some fun. I have no clue. Let's just see what shows up in there. Also, please do not hold me accountable if for some reason you buy 2 of everything and you show up with 1 kiddo. Please don't charge me if it turns out to be wrong. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is a 7 of Cups. Will he have a baby boy, 1, or twins? You know, hun, the funny thing here is that if you were if you could have litters, I would say you would have like 7 or more. Like, ooh, what if you have triplets? You want more? Ooh. I wonder if you're on fertility treatments, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like the potential for more. Ooh. I want to go plural. Let's aim for plural and then totally let me know when you know. Let us know. Let us know. Will my hubby turn into... Oh, Jesus. I was wondering, will my hubby turn into my business? I hope so. All right. Will my hobby turn into my own business one day? Oh, a hun bunch. Let's see what shows up for you. Will your hobby turn into your business one day? Ooh. One card. There you go. Will your hobby turn into your business one day? 6 of Swords is what it is. I feel like it has the ability. It's not like overt, like, oh, ta-da, business. It's more of like, it's going to take some finessing. It's going to take a little bit of work, and you're going to have to leave whatever it is that you're doing right now to do the business or to do the hobby. So if you're already working at another job, it's like you actually leaving your old work to do your new stuff full time kind of thing. Like it kind of has that feel to it with that 7 of Swords, but it does feel like it's going to need a little bit of finessing before it's going to be like business viable worthy. And also make sure that you, sometimes when you turn your hobbies into businesses, like they're not fun anymore. So make sure that your hobby isn't like one of those. Like for me, tarot was a addiction before I turned it into a business. So to me, it's like I can't not do this. So that's my caveat. But if like I have a hobby of, you know, making candles, turning that into a business was like, oh, now it's another thing I have to do. So yeah, there's a fine line in there. But yeah, thank you so much for your question. Thank you so much for your question. All right, let me shuffle in. What comes up? Okay, one card. One card. What comes up? Let's see what shows up. One card. I'm gonna shuffle one more time and just see what shows up for you. Da-da-da! Cause I gotta have dramatics. I don't have an orchestra playing for me. So what is this? This is the Six of Wands. Oh, I love that. It's celebratory. It's awesome. It's like a parade. What did you do? Is it good? I want to know what happened. Because whatever it is, it's upbeat, it's awesome, it's sweet, and it's endearing. So yeah, whatever's going on, awesome sauce, basically. Nice. Hell yeah. That's a nice card. Yep. So yeah, that's what came up. Six of Wands. In relation to what? Not a clue, but it's awesome. It's awesome though. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle in. Thank you so much for that cute little question. Hi. Will I be successful in my new job? Yeah, if I can get a hold of my cards. Sorry, I was over here like, it wasn't working for a second there. I totally gotta watch what these look like after the lives. Okay. Will I be successful? Will you be successful in your new job? What is this one? Ooh, darling. Nine of Pentacles. I love this one. This is kind of like a, not quite wish. No, it is kind of wish fulfillment. Anyway, you're going to be just fine, darling. Like, that's not even a question. No worries, no problems, no issues. That's an abundant card. That is all the things that we want in our life. That's greatness. I am excited for you. Does he love me? Ask him and he shall tell you. I hope so. Anyway, let me not be so dramatic, Angel. Thank you so much for your question. Let's see what shows up for us on that one. Okay. One card. Let's see. Ooh. King of Pentacles. Does he love you? Good question. Okay, so the reason that I'm paused on this is that when this card comes up, it's different. Then it's not like romance, like sweep you off your feet, kind of love thing. It's more of like, I care for you. I take care of you. That is how I show love, is by caring and taking care of and providing for. So to answer your question, it's yes, but maybe not in the way in which you're wanting out of this person, but definitely more of the way that they know how. There we go. Thank you. That's quite a complicated little card you had there for King of Pentacles. Gotcha. So let's shuffle in. All right. Nicole, what are the cards saying for my life balance? New job, death in the family, my husband's mother, my mom with COVID, all kinds of things happening. Oh, Jesus, what does this mean? Called upheaval. Oh, Melissa says you've been here before. I'm so glad to see you again. Your face is different. Or not your face, but like your image. My bad. Your image is different, so I didn't recognize you. But let's see. Your main question is, what does this mean? The first thing I'm hearing or feeling, hun, is like life. This is the existence. This is what is. This is what it means. This is what is. So let's see what shows up for us. What does this mean? Ten of Swords. So that's a bit obvious for me. Anybody that's also into tarot kind of understands this card in another way in relation to your question. All of this, hun bunch, what does it mean? I mean, it's a hard bag to try to make sense out of things that are senseless. So it's like, sometimes you can't get the answers out of it that you're looking for. Like, we can't find meaning in things that don't have it. So when it comes to the Ten of Swords, she's impaled, she's down, she's injured, but she's still fearlessly trying to grab her broom. Like all this stuff is running off, or this person is running off. Her cat is on edge, you know, super, was it like not quite fractious, but more of like when the cat just does their whole thing, in defense of her person. What does it mean? It's a whole lot of change, a whole lot of new. Yeah, definitely. If you're okay, so high level surface change. That's just the very one card surface of it. Now, if you're wanting to find something deeper out of all of this, then that's going to need a deeper, more than one card reading. Like that has a very, very defined card to question ratio that is not being answered in one card. So what does it mean? It is really hard to tell in just one card. First of all, it's just like pivotal, life, monumental change, like upheaval change, like flip the table change. But thank you so much for the question, anywho. Okay. I like being off work, but then I miss you, and then I get sad that I have to go, and then I want to keep reading for people. But if you want to schedule a private run-on-one with me so that you can get your questions directly answered, please feel free to follow any of the links that are in this post. There's a couple in there. One is going to be specifically to the website where you can schedule with me directly. Also, you can schedule you can purchase your just one question reading. If you happen to be also a tarot aficionado or person who's learning, I have a learning group that I run on AV Tarot Learning. So if you follow the link that's in the post, it'll take you directly to our learning platform. And right now, I just got a new reading space, so I am developing and throwing videos and making new content all the time. So I plan to make it a little bit more of an engaged group of readers than it had been prior. So please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. If you'd like to schedule something one-on-one, definitely let me know. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Please share this love. Share this with your friends. Share this with your groups, a group that you think would appreciate some tarot love. It kind of shares the wisdoms, the feel-goods. And this message that maybe resonated for you could resonate for somebody else as well. Completely unrelated, but be fun. So totally find me here next week at 8 p.m. We'll be here. I hope you will too. So come hang out. I can't find my, can you hit the exit button? Because I can't.
Bye, guys.
Bye.